Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Stephen A. Smith Show, coming at you as I love to do every weekday afternoon over the airwaves of ESPN Radio. That's 98.7 FM in New York City. That's 710 ESPN in L.A. That's Sirius XM ESPN Radio, Channel 80. Number to call up as always is 866-729-3776. That's 866-729-ESPN. You know, we got a lot of stuff to get into today. Jimbo Fisher, head coach for the Florida State Seminoles, is coming up. 30 minutes past the hour. Looking forward to talking to him. They should have a good team this year. Obviously, the Dallas Cowboys are making news. We'll definitely be talking about that. But the number one story percolating is still Kyrie Irving and LeBron James. You know, I'm going to say something here. I'm going to openly confess to you that what I'm about to say, it's personal. It's personal. One of the things that I pride myself in doing is that, you know, you're objective in pursuit of the facts. But once you acquire the facts and you disseminate it to the masses, you can be subjective in your opinion about those things. And you move forward from there. I want everybody to know that I have the greatest respect in the world for LeBron James. Not just because he's a champion. Not just because he's been to 7 consecutive NBA finals. Not just because he is the quintessential superstar of the modern day era and the closest thing to perfection as a superstar that I have ever seen. In terms of him being a role model, his philanthropy, his charitable donations, his leadership, and so on and so forth. But nobody's perfect. And sometimes LeBron James gets on my last nerves. And within the last couple of hours, he most certainly has. And I'll be the first to say to you, you better understand something. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not just applicable to me. It's applicable to the great Adrian Wojnarowski, Mark Stein, the Rick Bukers of the world, the David Aldridges of the world, the Mark Spears of the world, the Chris Broussards of the world, and so on and so forth. What I'm about to say is applicable to all of them. We never report everything we know. Contrary to what some of you out there would believe, we do exercise decorum and professionalism. And we do make a concerted effort to try to quell whatever biases may exist inside of us as human beings. But I got to tell y'all, there are some moments when a professional athlete literally tempts you to go nuclear on them. And I stand here before you today, right in that zone when it comes to LeBron James. Ladies and gentlemen, LeBron James sent out a tweet about me responding to Slam magazine, talking about not facts, people, boo, get another source. He's talking about me. He's talking about what I reported. And what I reported was that if LeBron James was in front of Kyrie Irving, I was told, quote, he would be tempted to whoop his ass. Excuse my language, it's Walt Disney Airwaves, but that's a quote. That's what was told to me. I did not speculate. I did not put that out there. It was told to me. Verbatim. In that manner. Tempted. Now, in defense of LeBron James, let's walk this back a little bit because people have gotten beside themselves. LeBron James has always exercised class. He's always exercised professionalism. He's a businessman, and rambunctious or contentious or irresponsible behavior doesn't ingratiate himself to the businesses that he represents. He's not going to hit Kyrie. He's not going to get into a fight with Kyrie. It wasn't meant to be taken literally. It was meant to highlight his level of frustration with what he perceives to be something that Kyrie Irving is doing in his eyes, which is to say he believes that Kyrie Irving, who is a big-time talent and, as far as I'm concerned, a superstar in his own right, who is a champion, wants to leave, and that should have been that, rather than Kyrie Irving trying to make his departure about LeBron James because it makes LeBron James look bad, and LeBron James feels betrayed. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not speculating. That is what was told to me by confidants LeBron James spits out there. See, my name's not some of the people that LeBron James sits down and interviews with. I won't mention any names because I'm not trying to cast any aspersions on them. They're my colleagues, and I respect the hell out of them. And more power to them if they could get LeBron James to sit down with him. I understand he don't want to sit down with me. Fine. I could care less. But let's be clear. LeBron James likes comfort. And let's just say I don't make him too comfortable. Why? Because my ultimate issue is fairness. See, we could take sides all we want to about what's Kyrie doing and is he wise to do this, that, or the other. People need to understand something here. Kyrie Irving is not some dude who does not care about winning. Kyrie Irving is not some dude who believes he's going to lose if he doesn't have LeBron. Kyrie Irving believes he's a franchise caliber player who will win whether he has LeBron or not. And he believes he has elevated and graduated his game to such a degree that it is more than apropos for him to look for greener pastures beyond Cleveland. He believes he's worthy of being the face of a franchise. One of his mentors is Kobe. And we knew how interested Kobe was in being somebody's sidekick or perceived as somebody's little brother. That's Kyrie Irving. And also Kyrie Irving, in his mind, according to his people, is not trying to malign or insult LeBron James by any turn. And matter of fact, they're extending credit to LeBron James because, as Adrian Wojnarowski pointed out in his column on ESPN.com over the weekend, it's LeBron who these stars have to thank for the business acumen that they're exercising by empowering themselves and putting themselves in position to take control of their own careers. LeBron is the one that instigated and initiated and provoked all of that. Kevin Durant spoke about it before. Dwayne Wade spoke about it before. Chris Paul spoke about it before. And now Kyrie Irving is doing the same. So Kyrie Irving, according to his camp, is saying, what's the problem? LeBron, on the other hand, is saying, excuse me, this narrative that's out there painting me in a bad light just because you want your own franchise is unfair to me, your brother and your teammate who's always been there for you. There's two separate sides. What did I say that was fake? What did I say that was fake news? And even if that were the case, why is it that LeBron James always has this penchant to say something like that about me? Was I wrong when I broke the story that he was going to South Beach? Was I wrong when I talked about how I'm hearing he's going back to Cleveland? I just refuse to believe it because who the hell would want to leave South Beach? But I am hearing he's going back to Cleveland. What if I got into the real story about what happened with LeBron James against Boston the year before or that spring when he finally decided to leave Cleveland and take his talents to South Beach? But we don't want to get into that. See, what makes LeBron look bad, the same LeBron that doesn't want to comment about Kyrie, the same LeBron that's in the offseason and didn't want to talk to the media, made sure to talk to Slam, didn't you? You made sure to take a shot at reporters, didn't you? On Twitter and Instagram. Ladies and gentlemen, LeBron James has access to my number. If it was almost any other superstar in the league, I'd have heard from them. They'd have called me directly. I'm not bragging, but I got it like that. people. Two are different. LeBron James and a couple of years ago, KD. Let's get to LeBron James. For any negative quote that y'all want to point out about me, about LeBron James, I could point out 99 quotes that have come out of my mouth that have been nothing but positive about this man. About him, his family. He is a man. He is a player. He is a leader. He is a winner, etc. If LeBron James had a problem, it's because, ladies and gentlemen, he still hasn't gotten over me calling him out about Dallas. When he had 8 points in an NBA Finals game being guarded by the likes of Jason Terry and J.J. Barea and didn't want to shoot the ball. That's his problem. Kevin Durant's problem with me. Oh, what did I do? What is this crime that I committed? You know what it was, ladies and gentlemen? 2 years ago, I said KD's thinking about leaving OKC. He was out there filming a commercial in L.A., and I'm hearing, whether it's L.A. or someplace else, things might not work out in OKC. He's thinking about leaving. Not only did he say I was wrong, he said, I don't talk to Stephen A. My family don't talk to Stephen A. My friends don't talk to Stephen A. Mama's on the show. Brother coming up to tour ESPN. He chilling out with me months earlier at 40-40, but he never talked to me. LeBron James, you in Dallas, stinking up the joint during the NBA Finals. You openly admitted you stunk up the joint, and how that was a growing experience for you, and how that enabled you to ultimately become a champion. But because I had the temerity, the unmitigated gall to point out something you did in front of 50 million people, you all caught up in your feelings. And this is the same LeBron James that wants us to believe that his feelings really are of no consequence with this whole Kyrie Irving situation. Stephen A. points out what you did in front of 50 to 100 million people by stinking up the joint in your NBA Finals series against Dallas. You ain't get over that. But Kyrie Irving saying he don't want to play with the Cavaliers anymore. And this narrative about you not being happy about that suddenly is fake news. This is after people close to you, who you sign on to speak on your behalf, reach out to yours truly. And now it's fake news. Really, LeBron? Really? Y'all go ahead and talk to LeBron James all y'all want to. I'm going to watch this great, iconic athlete, one of the greatest we have ever seen, arguably the greatest athlete we have ever seen, who is a phenomenal player, father, husband, philanthropist, and man. I will continue to watch him to do his business. But I have nothing more to say in regards to this particular subject, but this and this only. What I quoted somebody as saying, I stand by. The facts that I've accumulated by speaking to over 30 different sources this weekend, I stand by. I'm not budging or inching back one bit. I said what I meant. I meant what I said. And if LeBron James wants to refute that, I welcome the opportunity for him to do so. I can't wait. Gives me more an excuse to go in even deeper. Kyrie Irving. Say what you want about him. The brother's a big-time ball player. He can ball. He's a champion. And the one thing that stood out with me about him is that he says, meaning his camp says, we had a private meeting. We promised Cleveland we wouldn't divulge a thing, and we never did. It came from somewhere. LeBron James' side emphatically denies that it came from them. Where's the fake news? Where is it? Don't hide behind 40 characters, LeBron. Speak. Rachel Nichols is on the way and waiting for you. So is Brian Windhorst. Talk to any of them. Love to hear your response to that. Where's the fake news? 866-729-ESPN is the number to call up. That's 866-729-3776. Jimbo Fisher up in 13 minutes, but not before I get back to you in a second. It's Stephen A. on ESPN Radio.
That's just a sample of what you'll hear on the Stephen A. Smith Show. Weekdays at 1 p.m. Eastern on Sirius XM Channel 80 and the ESPN app.
Daddy, where do babies come from?
Honey?
Mommy went to the store.
Oh, well, you see, there's a mommy and a daddy, right?
Right.
And see, when they call Geico, they could save a bunch of money on car insurance.
Oh, really? And that makes them happy?
Yes, that makes them very happy.
That's good.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad we could have this talk, sunshine.
Geico, because saving 15% or more on car insurance is always a great answer.